this camera settled. So I am going to be drawing. Thanks to 550 subs, which I thank all of you watching. So yeah, I don't really got much to say. I mean, whoops, sorry, here. My camera might be a bit wobbly, but that's okay. So first let me just start by picking up some of the requests that I've had. So I've had requests for I got Diabloceratops, Spinosaurs Mirabilis, Howlongdongi, Carcharodontosaurus, Iguanodon, and Ichthyovenator, and Vistanosaurus Rex. So what I will probably do is go for either Spinosaurus Mirabilis, or I'm kind of tempted to go for Guanlong. Hey there! Thank you for joining the stream. Let's go with Spinosaurus Mirabilis. Why not? I got so many photos of him. Yo, it's Gohan, God of all Nanosaurus. How are you doing? Don't freeze me, bro. Please. Alright, so I got my images. Hey, y'all. Dang, y'all doing fast. Yeah. We should go do with him. So, as I was saying, hello. Dang, y'all were just waiting, weren't you? Alright, so without further ado, let's get to drawing. So, there we go. Okay, let me just get this. Alright, so first we're going to start with dang, this camera is wobbly. We're going to start with a circle. I know you can't probably see that much. It's like really faint, so I'm sorry about that. Let's just take a quick look at the anatomy. So, we're going to do a little bit of this. Let me try and readjust my camera real quick, guys. If not, I might have to pause and redo this. Dang, this is not. All right, there we go. There we go. Never mind. It's wobbly again. All right. All right, sorry for that, guys. So, anyways, I shall be drawing Spinal Mirabilis. So, let me see. So first, we're going to start with the most important part, which is the face. So, it's more like a crocodilian type of face. Its snout is more of like Alright, so we got kind of like that shape. So we got this so far. I really think this new studio is a bit wonky. What do you guys think? Because right now I'm holding one arm and one arm, so how can I do this? Oh, I got an idea. Don't worry, guys. That's right. I'm gonna get my top secret weapon. Don't mind that. There we go. Now I can't see. Well, okay, there we go. So, this is probably going to take a long while, but, well, alright, so now, as you can see, okay, this is, might have to end the stream, guys, due to reasons like this. All right, there we go. All right, so it might be lots of moving of paper and stuff. All right. All right, so now with that, we're gonna do more of like a triangle-ish face. Now, where is my erasers? That being said, great, now my cats are biting my vent. How lovely. Anyways, let's get back to our boy Spino. Alright, so there we go. I am using a reference on my phone, so make sure to always use references. Also, I might not talk much because I gotta lock in. If I do see your comments, then obviously I will respond. If I see them, of course. Alright, so with that being said, we got Spinosaurs Mirabilis. So it's got more of like an ornate type of look. So this is how it's looking so far. I think the snout is a bit too large. If not, I might have to reduce its size. Or just the bulk. Also, the heat wave has really hit where I am right now. It's like literally like 93, 91, 93 degrees. So that's kind of why I'm like breathing a bit heavily. It's hot. That's right. Right. Yeah, the middle. Yeah, about the middle. Yeah, you're right, Barriox. Dang, it's hot. Anyways, so now let me just get the bottom part done. Goji, that's my line. I'm supposed to be the one that says, yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyways, all right. Sure. You can go ahead, Flowers. Bet you can't guess. I know. Largest and longest gulp. It's just that hot here, bro. I didn't even know y'all can hear me gulp. All right. All right, so now here is the bottom jaw. Nice and thick. Obviously, we like thick on this channel. This is how it's going so far. Yeah, sorry if it looks a bit wonky. I don't know what happened to my base. I usually always have a base with me. But it seems it's giving up on me right now. Close. Almost Texas. Almost Texas. Let's go because it's big. Oh, wow. Dang, I didn't even see y'all's chat. Close. No, not Mexico. Though, well, obviously my race is Mexican, as you can see. Yeah, for me, the lowest here is 77 and a high of 91 right now. So that you can take a guess from that. All right. I will give a hint. It's very cold. That's like kind of what this place is known for. All right. Yeah. Sorry if I don't respond rapidly to your comments, guys. I'm like literally hot in a cold place. Yeah. Yeah, literally. Like the cold here, like the winter here is brutal. There's like lots, like 6-inch snow and stuff. I mean, there's not really a lot of hints I could really give because, like, not even I know. I live here and I don't even know where I live. Yeah, in the day, if I know. Well, where I am, it can get hot up to 91 and the low of 70. Venus, hmm, might be Venus. I don't know, guys. All right, so now we got this so far. I just realized, wait a minute. Hot and cold. Well, if I were on Venus, I wouldn't even be breathing right now. So, I'd run out of oxygen. So, not the. Oops, sorry. Not the most likely. Wait, let me pull out Spino for comparison. I need. There we go. Here's Spino. Bye, Goldie. All right, so we got regular Spino right here. My boy, the goat, compared to Spino Mirabilis right now. So I guess somewhat close. I think I just gotta redo the neck area. But now, let's do this. Yes, the scales are way too, well, how can I say? Yeah, yeah, I worked too hard on those scales. How was everyone's day, by the way? I'm a bit tired, so that's kind of like why I'm a bit like just finished work, obviously. Um, I'm a bit tired, but there's always space to draw. That's kind of what I like to do to calm myself down. All right, so let me redo that. Good. All right, so let's see what I have so far. There we go. All right. So, oh, last class for the year. What is it? What's it about? Spill the beans. Spill the soup. Suggestions for speed. Um, Either I think maybe what's it called, a swordfish or a marlin, a blue marlin, one of those. Oh, language arts. Oh man, I'd say the one I was happy, the one I was happy with finishing the most was math. Honestly, like I'm good at math, but like them problems, bro. Like, how is Johnny gonna buy like 10,000 apples and eat 500 in one day? Like, dude, you're gonna die if you eat that much. I honestly never got math. Wait a minute. Does Spino's mouth have? Uh, okay, there we go. Just check the picture. Spino's mouth. Its teeth seem to be. Yeah, I'm fat. We're all fat. Here in this channel, we're all fat. In a good way. We're all Gordanians. Yeah, plus, subtract, multiplying, division. Yep, you're right, Flowers. That's all you're really gonna be able to use. Like for me, I kind of do, um, like How do you say this? I do addition and subtraction. That's like the most primary. Yes, a Spinosaurus Mirabilis. You guessed it. All right. So I kind of got this one. Yep, Mirabilis Jurassic Designs. All right, so now we got the little tooth. And then we got. Now let me see the mouth closed. All right. So it seems that the front part actually overlays, which I did not know in advance. So you gotta. Yeah, yeah, I like this crocodile interpretation as well. Did y'all hear about Suchomimus as well? Rest in peace, my boy. He'll be remembered, or at least if they don't decide to like back out last second. Because honestly, I think Suchomimus is like a way cooler name than Cristatosaurus. Hey, Tiger Indominus. Yeah. All right. Actually, you know what? This looks so wonky right now. Um, Let me see. Yes. Okay. Barryock saving the day with that serve. Okay. Oh, I see what I did wrong. I just saw what I did wrong. Oh my gosh. This was supposed to be like, there we go. Okay. So this means the teeth were supposed to go like this. There we go. Okay. You know, this looks so chopped, more chopped than me. All right. There we go. Um, okay, so it seems that there's also. Yeah, ask away. I can answer most questions. Alright, so wait a minute. You gotta be kidding me. No problem, Super Raptor. I got you, bro. Alright, so I gotta delete this whole bottom jaw. Alright. I'm sweating like crazy right now. Alright. So with that done, you might have to delete these teeth. Hmm. Alright, so I got this, and then it starts going back down. Okay, so I just found out that its body is more like down, then its head is like a. Okay, so this is what I have so far. Hmm. Is it better to draw pencil than with a black pen? Um, well, it depends. If you want stuff like feathers, like for example, right now I was working on. Well, actually, last night I got some part done with Gallia, or I don't know if you were trying to spell Goliath, but I'll just say how it was spelled. Gallia 2.0. I think I have the picture right here. Right here. Um, So this is its design right now. So I usually do like a soft trace, as you can see by these lines. And then I just start bulking up where I want the muscles to be. So after that, that's kind of what I usually do. Yo, Argus is here. Bro's loyal to the Empire. Alright. Dang, it's blurry in here. Sorry about that. Alright. So I'm looking at so many reference images right now. Oh, you lagged? Yeah. Either it's my Wi-Fi or just the stream. There we go. Okay, I think that's too many teeth, right? Yeah, that's too many teeth. I think I'll stop it like right here. Yeah, crocodile teeth are fun because you can make them as gnarly and scary as you want. And because it's easier to draw, like, oh, you got kicked out of the app? Yeah, I saw the questions. Um, yeah, I'd recommend start with sketching. Uh, After sketching, then it's much easier to know where you're going to be able to draw with marker, so it'll stay permanent, or pen, obviously. Let me see. All right, there we go. So, this is what I have so far. I think that's good. I have a picture right here of Spinosaurs Mirabilis. Now I just need to make the little, how can I describe this? Like nasal cavity, if I'm correct. Okay. So then that goes toothy, yeah. Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, so I think that's looking good so far. We might almost be able to add the scale detail. Yeah, you can put an example if you'd like. Yeah, that's kind of what I did with C48. Honestly, when I created him, he was just like some random thought I had in my head. I mean, honestly, I don't know how I got into mutants. I just found them cool, and that you could do like whatever you want with them, because like, well, no one can really tell you what it's supposed to look like. And that's kind of what I like about freestyling. Obviously, don't get me wrong. Scientifically accurate dinosaurs are the best. Like you can't mess that up. Right? Okay, so now that we have this, right now the picture that I have has some sort of like nasal, like cranial cavity instead of nasal. So it's like deep in. All right. So now that that's there, let's put in the nostril. All right, so that's the nostril. There we go. There's a nostril. That's how it's looking so far. My back kind of hurts. Yeah, yeah. I feel like adding Monster Hunter vibes um, is a bit more. Um, is better when coming to hybrids because usually, well, hybrids aren't always going to look like the actual animal. It's mostly just always a mishmash of parts. So now that we got Spinosaurs Mirabilis. Also, this is kind of like a little bit of like how to draw. Most of the time, I do these like listening to music, so that's kind of like why share a to like the two concavenated artworks, right? The arms and legs, yeah. Oh, well, actually, that's a pretty good take on concavenated, adding like fins. Um, I remember seeing one image of concavenator with like white, whitish yellow fin pattern. It looked pretty cool. Right. So, yeah, listening to music while drawing is like the best way to lock in. That's kind of what I always do. Um, like I think one time I blasted Metal Gear Rising. Uh, Hello, welcome to the stream. All right, guys. So this is what I have so far for Spinosaurus Mirabilis. Charles R. Knight's Rex. Oh, okay. I see which one. The one that's like kind of like the Valley of Gwangi, right? I don't know if many of you know that movie. Um, I just saw it because, well, I like stop motion. Obviously, I myself am not good with stop motion. Oh yeah. Also, I think after this stream, I'm probably gonna work on one project that, well, it's sort of realistic, but I don't want to spoil too much. All I gotta say is it involves uh, one of Leonardo da Vinci's creations. Mm, well, it kind of depends on who says what about your art. Like for example, I like my art, but like um, I didn't like my art before. So honestly, as long as you find like some style that you're cool with, that's like that's like well, you're good from that point on. Just as long as you enjoy what you do, like drawing, you know. Okay, so now that we have, okay, you know what? I think I might take these off. These look a bit too shrink wrapped. Yeah, I've seen some of your art styles. I've seen some of your art. It looks pretty nice, honestly. Dang, you got sleep drastic creations. Or else you won't be able to wake up early tomorrow. Or at least wake up in general. You need sleep. Alright. So, after this, alright. Right, so it's slowly. If the stream kind of fails like last time, I remember that sometimes my AirPods would like die and it restart. I'd just probably make like a continuation video. So, um, don't worry about that. You guys will also still get to see. All right. Yeah, all art styles are good art styles. Can't really argue with that. Actual paleo artist. Maybe one day. Thank you. What are your guys' favorite types of dinosaurs? I know for a fact I like pachycephalosaurids. Spinosaurids, obviously, as I'm drawing one right now. Um, Tyrannosaurids. Yeah, I'd say tyrannosaurs are also pretty cool. I like every single dinosaur, but like dromaeosaurs. Dromaeosaurs are one of my favorites. I just like how they're overall designed. I wonder. Maybe some sort of baryonyx? I don't know. Could be. Could be, maybe not. Alright, so yeah, ceratopsids are cool. I just realized, what type of order do Dilophosaurs go? Is it just like Dilophosaurs, or is it like a certain? Yeah, because like I know Baryonyx goes in Spinosaurs, but like I've always wondered where Dilophosaurs went. All right, so now we got that nasal cavity done. Okay, so hmm, well, honestly, I'd say maybe it's something that just stood out to you. Hey, Dino Gal, don't worry, didn't miss much. Dang, it's been 30 minutes so far. All right, so that being said, I'm almost done. So this is how it's coming out right now. See the little eye? And this is going to be like the jugular. The teeth are ready. I just got to put the lip scales. The bottom jaw, lower jaw scales are probably going to be easier since it's more translucent than what I have to do with the top ones. The eyes might be something difficult. Yeah, I feel like Baryonyx or any Spinosaurus reminds me of Dino Croc. You ever seen those movies? I think it's like obviously they were low budget and stuff, but like still. All right. So I know it's not that visible. So something done. Now let me just put the eye. So for the eye, wait, Coelophysis. I never knew Coelophysis was related to Dilophosaurs. That's new for me. Uh, hmm. Draco Tornado, well, I can tell. Yo, it's Brazil God. He's gonna throw Brazil at all of us. Watch. Alright, so for the eye, it's gonna be a bit tricky. Hmm. Okay, if Google said it, then it's somewhat believable. Alright, here's the eye. So for the eye, what you have to do is make like sort of a half moon. Yo, what's up, Diltra? Long time no see. Well, actually, technically, we just saw each other like in the post like some time ago. Alright, so I'm almost done, so no one worry. Now I'm just gonna do the scales, which is the most exhausting parts. Annoying TV shows on max volume. Sorry, bud. Wish I could help. I wish I could teleport. Actually, never mind. Close relative to Dilophosaurus. Yo, we gotta call Goji. How about we call Goji? He could go to Brazil God and save him from annoying TV shows. But what type of TV shows, you know? Because like there's differences of annoying to everyone. All right. This is easy. I know the scales might look like hard, like the hardest part. But once you get the hang of it, it's really smooth. All you gotta do is do large circle for the lips, and just gradually go smaller. Yo, it's good, Metro. Didn't expect you here. All right, there we go. Hmm. You know, I might try and do a how to edit. I mean, how to animate live stream once. Once maybe if I get episode 2 of season 2 of Omniversal Defenders out. Um, I'm still working on that. The script is a bit fuzzy, or a bit. Oh, Rex. Which one? Vistatosaurus? If it's Vistatosaurus, then maybe. In case my AirPods don't die and everyone has to reset. Um, yeah, I'd probably do Vistatosaurus. So this is where it starts getting good. So now, Raptor Rex. Would that be considered Indominus Rex? I mean, well, Thief King would be a nice name. You know what? That actually would be a nice name. I might have to start working on Dalbentasuchus 2.0. Mainly because it's sort of unfunctional. Young Tarbosaurus. I know, bro. These updates are crazy. Next thing you know, Spinosaurus is about to be some sort of dragon type of eldritch horror found in the deepest, darkest depths of fossil fuels. That's right. Next big theory coming in. Hmm. Who would win if they were the same size? If Spinosaurus was the same size as Spinosaurus Mirabilis, who would win? Just asking. Hmm. Oh, Charles R. Knight's Rex. Oh yeah, I could probably do that. Easy. I'm not saying that the design is, yeah, Mirabilis. Although I googled it because I always have these random questions. Yeah, though Spinosaurus's neck muscles I think were a bit stronger than Mirabilis's. Mainly due to it being hunting more like thrashing prey. Well, Mirabilis, I believe, was more of like the stork. But honestly, these are all just theories. Yeah, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, Spinosaurus mirabilis would probably have a higher, if not almost overpowered, advantage at maneuverability. Probably because, well, it's like built for speed, or at least just has longer legs, proportionally longer legs than Spinosaurus. Thank you. I've had so many years of practice for drawing. Like I think when I was, um, what age was I? I remember I drew that chopped looking D Rex. Hmm. Yeah, my chopped Indominus. Chopped Dominus. T Rex versus Acrocanthosaurus. I'd say T Rex still would win. Chodemus. Nanotyrants, yes, I've heard of. I think randomness and such is mascot is a Nanotyrannus, right? That's kind of like why he has so much beef with Goji. Hmm. Yeah, but I think I might draw Nanotyrannus next. Or actually, that would be a good idea for a sculpture. I usually just like sculpting obscure dinosaurs. Like thanks to Sean Kelly, I finally found Tower of Venator or Tower of Venator. Chucklosaurus. Ain't no way, bro. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna make these scales larger just so we can tell the difference. Alright, so this is how it's going so far. In a way, although Spinosaurus with wings would be pretty cool. You gotta admit that. Alright. I feel like this mix. I feel like the mix of small and thick, like big and small scales, could probably go on the lower jaw most. Well, at least that's what I've seen with most, like reptiles. Obviously not birds, because like birds aren't that scale. Yeah, dromaeosaurs with flippers. That's a pretty good idea. Next thing you know, Tyrannosaurus Rex walked on all fours with those tiny little front arms. Watch it be discovered like 10 decades later. Yeah, it would be called something like Aqua Raptor or something. Uh, yeah, sadly, it couldn't shapeshift, unlike Spinosaurus right here. Alright, so now time to add eye bags. Marino Beta. Yeah, okay. Also, I saw Jurassic Design try and make a C-48. I would say his design was pretty good. Oh, the Tsunami Thief. Yeah, that's a nice name. It could have been like some sort of like speculative evolution. I feel like that would be something that the future is wild or man after man. Well, actually, you know what? No, we can exclude man after man. Because that's mostly like human based. The waterbender, in a way. This Avatar or something? Hmm. The Sea Thief would be a nice name. The Pirate Thief. Yeah. Spinosaurus versus Coughing Baby. Who would win? Pyraptor? And then it would just have. Oh, that would be cool as like a skin. Like some sort of like semi-aquatic dromaeosaur. Instead of flippers, I mean, instead of feathers, it would have like interwebbed, kind of like how the design of the Mutodon is made as like webbed hands. The Sea Beast, I think that name's taken by a movie. But I mean, copyright. Yeah, yeah, I've heard the rumors. Yeah, I can't. If you do make that a video, Metro, can't wait to watch it. That would be nice. Yeah. Hmm. All right, almost done. So here's what we have so far. We got the. There we go. Hmm. Now that this is done. Also, sorry if I turn my drawings a lot. That's kind of like what helps me maneuver better. Since, well, my wrists are mostly in circle motion. So that's kind of like, well, in my case, it helps me get better mobility and faster covering ground faster. Yeah, I think in the T-Rex one, it almost did a whole 360. I remember the short I posted of the T-Rex, the Tyrannosaur process. It looked like if I would have it on a spinning table. And then when I watched the footage, I was like laughing. Bearded lizard for boys. Also, I just realized C48. I forgot to. Oh, we got we got peak Metro video spoilers before GTA 6. Dragonfish. Oh yeah, Dragonfish is pretty cool as well. I kind of got lost for that in that, but I just realized what you were talking about. Yeah, drag. I think I think I might redesign C48. Obviously, I'll keep the old design as like the mascot. Like I just want to see what he'll look like if he's like scientifically accurate. Trust, yeah. Don't worry, Metro. We trust. We trust. Hmm. Thank you, Nori or Nori. Sorry, I'm not that good with names. Thank you, cool kittens. Welcome all to the stream. Best hybrid? Yeah, I'd say it solos every single other hybrid except for Bob or Carl actually, because he's like I know not many of you guys know Carl unless you're like the OG. Oh yeah, is WYT? I mean, why? Wait, how does it spell YWT? Oh, okay. Yet. All right. Here's how it's going so far. So let me just finish the crest. I think we can finish the crest and everything else pretty quickly. All right. Let me just gently put this like that. All right. All right. Slowly but surely. Hmm. Okay, I think that looks better. Maybe just try and put more shading to help with this. Because usually this is like the part that's not really scaled off, or at least isn't scaled off properly. Okay. Skink versus bearded dragon. Okay, I'd say bearded dragon wins. It depends on what size, because I've seen some. If they're like a juvenile, then maybe skink stands a chance. But I'd say bearded dragon wins due to bulk and like armory, because it's like spiky. So if the skink tries to take a little bite out of it, it might get pricked. Blue tongue skink. Hmm. Okay, that might change things up a notch. Hmm. I have to Google it. Mink? Wait, what's a mink again? I forgot. It's a sort of mammal, right? Shingleback skink. Skink. I feel like I've heard about that before. I remember watching like a Mr. Hillbilly video, and then I think I heard it somewhere like mid video. Yeah, an aggressive ferret. All right. Oh, almost forgot. we need to add this. This is like the nice little veiny texture that helped me separate the, how can I say this? There we go. Mink. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now I just realized it. Can't believe I studied biology. Didn't even get to know. Not much, Goji. Just, I think you need to help Brazil God. I think he was getting tortured by his sister because she was blasting cringe and unfunny TV shows, max volume. Hey, Sean Kelly. Did it glitch? Somehow it took me out. Everything froze for a bit. All right. Ain't no way chuckles is crazy. Hmm. What other dinosaur should I do next? I remember I had How Long Dongi, if I'm pronouncing it right. I need Diabloceratops, Iguanodon, Acrocanthosaurus, Moposaurus. Okay, Moposaurus rosé. I think, although that would be similar to Acrocanthosaurus. Topicsora. Let me search that up real quick. Yo, Google. Google coming in clutch today. Oh, okay, I see it. Dang. Oh yeah, I've met Flowers' brother. He ain't evil, he's just crazy. Obviously in lore verse. Okay, Tupac might be next. Fishing? Lucky. The only time I've ever gone fishing was like at some park. It was like by some waterfalls. And then it was like a little river. Then I managed to catch lots of crayfish. Dang. Don't worry. I'll throw explosive chili peppers at Flowers' brother. Oh yeah, I just realized I've animated all of your guys' attacks, yet I haven't worked on mine. Goldfish. Goldfish crackers. Honestly, you could have fished me out of there. I love goldfish. Alright. Alright. Okay. So almost done. 13 to 20 pounder. Dang. That's gotta be some big fish. What if one day someone managed to catch a goonch catfish? What would it taste like? Cichlid? Oh yeah, I've seen cichlids. Those are cool. Alright. Alright, here's what I have so far. It's this and my giant arsenal of pencils. That's right. Don't mind like 50 pencils laying on one side because, like, if one breaks, then I got the other replacements. But just don't let my other pencils hear it. Yellow and pink patterns. Would it be a parrotfish? Tarbosaurus. Wouldn't dinosaurs just taste like raw chicken? Humpback whale? Dang. Save some for us, bro. What would humpback whale taste like? That's like the real skate. Oh, nice. Just realized. Yeah, well would sound good. Although not rotting, because I think that's like poisonous. Yeah. Either beefy or like cod. One of those two. I love how this all started as talking about dinosaurs. Now we're talking about eating whales. Almost done. And yes, my fingers do hurt, so. Shrimpy? Well, I guess. I feel like the shrimpy taste could be maybe because of all the krill. Hmm. Yeah, well, seems like. Well, it doesn't seem too appetizing, but like, I feel like we just all just want to know like what it would taste like. Yeah, shrimp. I think we can all eat shrimp. We all love shrimp, don't we? I remember I got like a whole platter of shrimp and I finished it in seconds. Or like the little Maruchan packets or like instant ramen. I eat those. Tempura sushi. Isn't tempura like the batter? Like fried, batter fried or something? Cooked. Cooked. Definitely cooked. Well, that is if I'm talking from a human perspective. But I feel like animals just eat raw fish. They don't, well, they can't make fire, obviously. Hmm. I haven't tried lobster. All right. I feel like I would order, if I gotta say hands down, the best dish is, I know you guys might find this crazy, but the best dish ever is pizza. Just kidding. Um, I would say if I had to have like a go to, I'd order orange chicken, but like more on the, I wouldn't say like sweet or like nor super sour or nor, ooh. Bro, that reminded me of the meme where it's like my lobster is too buttery and my steak is too juicy. That's literally like what it reminded me of. Crab. I remember I caught a crab once. It was like when I went to Florida. It was like for a week, and we managed to find the mantis shrimp. Goonch versus Wells. Um, I think I think Goonch would win mainly because of like I think I've seen pictures of it and it has like I think razor sharp teeth, or at least like that they can do some damage. But the true one is alligator gar. What do you guys think would win against an alligator gar? Because those things are, I think so. Yeah, I think goonches do get big. I think, dang, lobster wasn't having it that day. All right, y'all, almost, almost. Yeah, what would win? Three goonch catfish or one alligator gar? Arapaima. I don't know. Probably like fish.
Hey, I just realized Venom hasn't joined yet. I'm not saying like in like a reprimanding tone, but just like usually she always joins first. Maybe she found Bones or something. Y'all know how she gets with Bones. Almost done. Guys, who would win? A coughing baby or an atomic bomb? I'd say coughing baby solos. Hmm. Yeah, coughing baby wins. Let's go. Yeah. Also, you're all excited for episode 2? I know I haven't leaked too much of it, but it is in the making. My day was good. I will say, episode 2, the only thing I can really leak about episode 2 is the name. Um, I could already tell you guys the name. It's, where's the file? I got like the little file. Um, well, I think I called it The Rift. Yeah, season 2 is peak. Will be peak as well. Um, honestly, I feel like I kind of overglazed myself. I'm sorry about that, but I just had to. I got beaten up, bro. You can't blame me. Can't blame me after all that smack from season 1. Am I right? Y'all probably saw episodes. All right. See you, Goji. Hmm. One Goji solos. One Goji 100% solos. Although maybe you would put up a fight, but like it would be like very low difference. Hmm. Composite Goji. Wait, are we talking about the same Goji here? No, one Goji still solos. One Goji. You underestimate bro's power. He literally blew up a dang planet. Y'all can really not compare with that. Although I blew up a planet as well. But like that was different. That was mainly due because of like plot armor and stuff. Which you know what? That would make it funny if like in this series I would just like take off everyone's plot armor and we would all just get like, blown up. Well, you're not weak. Goji's just too strong. Like if obviously 10 of you against like Picno would be like overkill. Yeah, 10 of you against one Picno is definitely overkill. Hello. All right. Better not let Goji hear you, Diltra, or else he's gonna do that Thanos move on you. Who would win, guys? Who would win? Thrag versus Goji? That's the real question. Who would win? Welcome back, Drax Designs. Did you get to sleep? Or not? Because if you didn't get sleep for a little, alright. Thrag versus Sin? You mean Sin from Murder Drones or a different Sin? Because if it's from Murder Drones, I'd say Thrag solos. Because at the end of the day, they're all just robots. You gotta say Thrag wins. Uh, alright, guys. Almost done. Yeah. Or yeah, I would say like galaxy level strength. Goji, on the other hand, he's like obviously omniversal level strength. That's like way too big. Hmm. Also, about the comic I was making, it's going pretty well. I know I haven't updated, I haven't given too many updates, but it is going well. How long have I been streaming? Let me check. Dang, 65 minutes. This has taken me an hour. Well, it's so far taking me an hour. Goji does not need a nerf. I think actually Goji already nerfed himself. That's why he's like nerfed right now. So imagine him being like this nerfed. Also, the Jossie Flowers is her sculpture. It looks really nice. Hmm. Oh, I'd say the handler because what Owen does have is like whistle, but like the Trosraptors are stronger significantly. Well, I mean, I'd rather have an omniversal god on our team than have him be on God of Alnanosaurus' team. So I'm gonna have to disagree with that one, Dotra. We cannot let bro freeze the omniverse, or else no one wins. I wish that YouTube Live had voice chats. Y'all feel me? Like literally. Hmm. C48 versus. Wait, how big? How big is Goliath 2.0? At least like how tall and how heavy? Because technically, all right. See ya, Metro. Can't wait for that aquatic raptor video. Dang, Dotra about to go psycho mode. About to go sicko mode. Boom, boom. All right, y'all. Almost done. Um, yeah. As you can see, this took some time, but I mean, I feel like talking to the chat was like way easier way to spend like hours. So maybe after this, right now, I probably want to do another live doing the next. Um, Also, thank y'all for 550 subscribers. I never really thought I'd get this far. Oh, then C48 2.0 slaughters. Well, at least in weight. Because C48 is 2 pounds. 2 pounds heavy. He's 9 feet tall as well. Which I think is a bit shorter though than Goliath. Goliath. But he does have higher. Yeah, 2 pounds. He's 2 pounds. C48. Well, and oh yeah, also in case y'all didn't see the previous post, when I was talking to Jurassic Designs, I revealed that C48, the 9 pound version that I always use, is actually a juvenile. So he's not even fully grown, which is why he has like such childish behavior. Because if bro was an adult, I think he would be at least 21 feet tall, standing on all fours. That is. So yeah, he's nothing really. He's not really a pushover though. Which I will say is kind of overpowered, but like at the same time, it depends because he does become slower. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I confused pounds with ton, Dotra. Sorry. Yeah, he's 2 tons. 2 tons heavy. All right, now we're just adding the shading on the bottom. Actually, this one's gonna be all right. There we go. Okay, so I've added the shading. Now let me just add it over here as well. Okay. Okay, I think. Did I cook, guys? What do you think? Yeah, if it's a ton and a couple of pounds, I'd say C48 wins. Like mid difference at least. But we still have to check like the weaponry because maybe Goliath 2.0 has a more advanced biological weaponry. Um, but yeah, if not, then yeah, C48 easily mauls. Well, actually, not easily. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think he was Mach. He can go up to Mach 31 speed if pushed to like limits of escape. And I think I put that speed because of like the fastest jet made by humans was like 30 Mach fat, 30 a speed of 30 Mach. So I was like, how about make him a little bit faster than that jet, just in case. Yeah. Yeah. Although, if I remember, I don't know if you added the um what's it called? The DNA of the stonefish. If you're familiar with stonefish, that's kind of why he has like the really bright, like greenish teal spikes. Yeah, you could become an almost Goji level threat. I could just animate that in. Um, yeah. So now I just need to put my signature and my what do you call it? Um, why can't this focus? Well, this is it for today. Dang. Oh, okay, 2.0. Okay. With 2.0, what weight was 2.0? I kind of forgot. Sorry about that. All right. Thank you. Mira. Wait, I need the name. I just realized I don't have the name. Sponsor. Okay, Mira Billis. Okay, I remember I made the mistake of putting two L's instead of one. In scientist tradition name it. Dang. I just hate it when it goes crazy. Dang, I just saw the time 73 minutes on this. Now I'm gonna do my signature, but y'all can't see. All right, there we go. The G. This is actually a play on my two initials from first and last name, C and T. But since my channel name is Gordon Chin, I just said, you know what? We could use it as both a T and a CT or a G. But with that being said, we are, let me just put the date 06 30 26. All right, y'all. With that being said, we are officially over with Spinosaurus Mirabilis. Now, for one final comparison, let me bring in the champion, Spinosaurus Egypticus, or Egypticus, alongside Mirabilis. which I will say is bulkier. But with that being said, I'll see y'all on the next one. Maybe I'll do another live stream later on. And yeah, thank you all for watching and liking if you'd like, if you wanted. Also, graphic designs, please go to sleep. You need sleep. We all need sleep. Let's go sleep. Bye bye, y'all. Gordinchin out.